Welcome to We Really Love Island
with Remy and Lili.
I'm Remy Casimir. I'm a New York City stand-up comedian, and I host the sex podcast, How Come?
I'm Lili Michelle. I'm also a comedian, and I'm obsessed with season 2.
We are obsessed with love, sex, and reality TV, so we're binging the best show there is, Love Island. And now, so are you!
Watch along with us, and then listen to what we have to say about the episode. This episode, we're talking about
Season 2, Episode 1.
Oh my God. Hi guys, welcome back to Season 2. This is very exciting. Emily got a little busy, so I have enlisted the help of my friend and Love Island super fan. I think she knows more about Love Island than I do. You guys, give it up for the wonderful Lili Michelle.
Hello. I watched Season 2. This is my third time watching it.
This is amazing.
This is
it's
my
going to be
favorite
such a
season.
different like you will teach me things.
Oh, I know so much.
I know. I'm so excited. So will you tell everybody like who you are and like your history with Love Island?
Okay, well, my name is Lili, and I'm a comedian and a Love Island enthusiast. I like to push it on people a lot. I got a lot of people into it.
Mm-hmm. You started watching why?
I think I just like saw it on Hulu, and I saw No, I saw it because of you. But no, this is what happened. This is
Really?
the real true life story.
Really?
Is that I saw it on Hulu.
Okay.
And I saw that Caroline Flack, because I'm a One Direction fan.
Okay.
So Caroline Flack dated Harry Styles when he
Shut up.
Did you not know this?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so when he was like 17 or 18 and she was already 30.
Shut up.
So she was an X Factor like presenter, but it was called the Extra Factor. So she would do like stuff after the show had aired.
Wait, and X Factor is what One Direction got put together.
Mm-hmm. But
and it's the show that Emily was on, X Factor
yeah.
USA. It all ties in. That's insane.
Yeah, but she started the year after that One Direction was on. So they were already like becoming a big star. Like.
Right. Okay.
So then they would come back, and then he saw her and they started dating. But it was
It's
like a secret.
Cheryl Cole, kind of. Or no.
Yeah, but
wait,
except
is she
Cheryl,
the one who's with Liam?
Yeah, she was with Liam. But the thing with Cheryl is that she
was a judge when
she
they
was
were
a
on.
judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she saw him from like a fetus age,
which is weirder.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But, yeah.
Okay. I thought the most interesting thing of this episode was you immediately got so excited for Caroline.
I love Caroline. I've loved her since 2011. Like I love Caroline. I watched all of X Factor like up until 2016.
Okay.
Huge Ella Henderson fan. Like I love X Factor.
Okay.
Only the British one.
That's British. Yeah, I was going to be like, I don't know who that is.
So I saw on Hulu, because Caroline Flack is like the
Main
face
thing,
of it, right?
yeah.
So I started watching season 1, and then I was like, oh, wait, I think this is the show Remy was Insta-storying.
Yeah, because
So
that's
then we
all I was
started-
doing
yeah.
at one point, was just being like, can anybody watch Love Island so I can like talk to someone about this insane show?
And then so we started talking about it, and then I think I came over and we watched some of it.
Yeah.
And then
We've had many a night where we're like, should we go out and do comedy, or should we just go home and watch Love Island? And we're like, ooh, love that.
And then we got like McDonald's and was eating chicken nuggets. It was so good.
Best night of my life.
It was so good.
But yeah, I thought that was funny because literally Emily and I all last season were like, get Caroline Flack out of here. Like I don't dislike her. I just don't want to see her as much because I want to see more drama.
I get that. And I don't love the live shows.
Right.
But I love her.
And it happens less and less.
Yeah, it does. And then eventually it's gone.
Yeah.
But she's a great TV presenter. She's so hot. She's great, like a nice person. I really want to meet Caroline Flack. I love her so much.
She's like a nice person, Remy.
She's like a puppy. Okay. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I love her.
Oh my God. This season's going to be so great. I can't wait to do this with you. All right. Should we start talking about the episode?
Okay, yeah.
Season 2 is literally your favorite season.
It's my favorite season. I just finished watching season 1 for the second time yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is my third time watching season 2. I think it's the hottest cast. And
they are really hot. Like
even like the new arrivals and stuff. I think it's the most fun, and it's, I don't know, this villa is at its peak, you know?
This is the same villa as season 1, but with like adjustments.
Yeah, with like higher quality stuff.
And like a bigger smoking patio.
Yeah, exactly. Higher quality stuff.
Oh, right. And more names on stuff.
Yeah.
Like spa and clean.
More labels.
More labels, which is just what we need in the show. Okay, so we start with you guys, wait. We have an episode that it's going to have spoilers in it. We interviewed Chris Williamson, who's on season 1, because he did this whole podcast that's like an hour long that he just explains like the behind the scenes shit. Definitely go back and listen to that, but it will have some season 2 spoilers. So maybe wait till the end.
Also, side note, what's really funny is Ian Sterling, who is also very hot, the voice of Love Island.
Very hot, yeah.
On one of the live shows for season 1, he like goes through some of the members, and Chris's photo comes up, and he's like, I don't even remember his name.
Nobody does. That whole podcast, we'll talk about it in depth, but his whole podcast was basically like, no, I wasn't boring, but like,
no, you were boring.
You were really boring.
That's why you had to have a podcast to try and tell people that you weren't boring.
Yeah. I'm excited. He won't listen to this episode, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Ooh, okay.
If you're listening, we actually really love you.
Yeah. We actually think you're great.
Yeah, like super hot and fun, and we'd love to meet you in London with Caroline Flack.
Yeah. Because she's a nice person.
She's super nice and cool.
Really good person. Okay, so the intros. This is why I brought up Chris's thing, because one of the things he talks about is a spoiler about the intros. One of these cast members was actually in the intros of season 1.
So
like 3 times.
Yeah. So I watched, after I listened to his podcast episode, I started season 1 again, and then I noticed it, and it was crazy just to see her in the intros.
I know. Yeah, it's a girl. Okay. No more spoilers. So yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's a big spoiler.
No, it's not. But I don't know. I'm crazy. Olivia takes her clothes off at the office. Yeah. That was her opener.
I mean, it's like so obvious that she's going to be the hottest
one.
Like,
bam.
So hot.
Yeah. And I think that they were trying to make Zara.
Yeah, because she's, in case you like, don't know, she's Miss Great Britain.
She hasn't said it.
She doesn't really say it. She's very humble. Yeah. But you know, she is Miss Great Britain, so
and not many people know about it. So yeah, I think they're trying to make her central. Is Miss Great Britain a big deal there?
Yeah.
Like, but why would they not know then?
I think
like that's like being like, I'm very famous, but no one knows.
I know, but it's like when people like list their credits in comedy. It's like, actually, I've been on this, and this. It's like, you think you're a bigger deal than what you actually are.
No, but I'm saying, like, can you name like Miss America right now or Miss USA?
No,
I can't.
But also, I don't know if I should say this actually.
What?
Sophie was also Miss Great Britain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, actually, I think she says that later in the
season.
She
says it later, and she only says it once, and it's like, you have to really listen and
wait
be
for
an
it.
Obsessive fan.
Yeah.
You know? But she's like before Zara.
Like, well, obviously, because Sophie's like 30.
Yeah.
Which is not old. It's just like.
Yeah, but Zara's 20.
Zara's 20, yeah. I like Sophie a lot.
I love Sophie.
I loved Olivia's intro when she goes, "Hi, me," and then she goes, "I'm so funny." We learn that she's from Essex. Her ex cheated on her, and she found out through social media. And she says that if there was like a tabloid written about her, it would be "Crazy Essex Girl Falls Down in Feces."
Olivia's so fun.
Oh, did you notice Malin, when she enters the house, Olivia goes, "You look amazing." Like, have they met before?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Are they friends? Now that, like, after that Chris episode, I'm like, oh my God, a lot of people do know each other before, and they're just not allowed to talk about it.
Maybe. That could be a thing, but also if like a hot girl walked in the room, I've done this a lot where I'm like, you look hot. Like, I just say it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, there's something that it's like, oh, I guess you wouldn't be like, you're really hot. It's like, you look amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you look amazing. Okay, whatever. So they might not know each other. Sophie, obviously, she comes in. And we love her already. She's here for fun, frolics, and loads of bollocks.
I didn't even notice she said that.
No?
Did she
say fun, frolics, and loads of bollocks?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Her bathing suit, too, is incredible.
I saw her vagina, though. Like, right?
Oh.
No?
I wasn't looking. I was looking at the lace.
I know, but it went down so far. It went down to,
Maybe.
like, slit, which is sick. And especially because her partner comes in, like, fully showing his dick. It's like match made in heaven. Did you notice? Oh, so when Sophie comes in and she says she's 30 and Zara's like, I'm 20 or whatever, and all the girls are like, ooh, I could learn a lot from you or whatever. It's like the same exact conversation that Chris from season 1 and Josh have when they first enter in. They're like, experience and youth, like that's a deadly combination.
Wow. I had no idea that was said.
That was said.
So do they mean it like in a
Like,
bad way?
no, they mean in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Like, we'll learn a lot from each other. I think it's like,
I love that.
kind. Yeah, I love them. I think
love
they're all
that.
really good people.
No, I love when there's people that are like, hey, we're different, but we can learn from each other.
100%.
That's so great.
Did you notice Caroline's butterfly tattoo?
Yes,
you probably know.
Obviously,
You know
I've
about
known
it.
about it for years.
Okay. I didn't, and I was like, "Ooh, Caroline." I don't know why. I guess I just thought of her as kind of like I'm a cool mom.
Yeah, I could see that, but she's actually really
But she
fun.
actually is
her
just
and
like a
Ollie
cool
Murs
person.
on Extra Factor were such good chemistry.
Who's Ollie Murs?
Oh, he's a British singer. He won X Factor. Or he was in the top 3.
What does he sing? Because I know that name.
Please Don't Let Me Go. Heart Skipped a Beat.
Wait, how does Please Don't Let Me Go?
I mean, I can show you later.
Okay, you don't want to sing? Okay.
No, I don't want to sing on the internet.
So you don't want to sing on the internet? Okay. So I thought this part was interesting. She didn't do this last time. She sat down with all the girls and she was like, okay, so like, what's all of your type? Because it's going to be really awkward if it's all the same type.
Yeah.
And lo
Also,
and behold.
Yeah. It was all the same type, and the girls were stepping forward this time.
Yes.
Which
is
I
great.
liked. Yeah. Because last time with Lauren, it was like no one stepped forward. If I was in that position, I would feel like shit forever.
My whole life.
Yeah. But if you step forward and then you're not chosen, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But if no one steps forward, it's like a different kind of rejection.
Yeah. I mean, did that happen to any of that? We'll go to the coupling ceremony in a second. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that she because Emily and I talked about this a lot, is like they'll usually set up the girls to fight and set up the boys to just peacock.
Yeah.
You know, and like
it's more entertaining.
Yeah, but because I guess you don't want to see guys fighting because it's like way too off the rails.
Yeah, it gets aggressive.
But
when
girls fighting, it's just like, ooh, that's normal competition that we've been taught through
and
the
we're like
patriarchy.
Mean, yeah. We're
that.
like mean in a funny way.
Oh, yeah, but I thought the girls dodged being catty in that moment. Like,
yes.
Caroline was like, oh, you all like tall, dark, and handsome, and you all like funny guys. And they were like, well, we'll see. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I think they're all very mature at the beginning. They're all just like, you know what? We're not attached yet to anyone. We're going to see what happens. Just from season 1, seeing how there were so many swaps. And
they know the rules now.
Yeah.
Like, season 1, they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And even now, like, they're still really, like, you don't know who's voting and, like, when people are voting and all that shit. Like, it still keeps you up in the air and honest, but it's more like, okay, it's the island, you know? Like, we swap and, like, we try people out.
And I think season 1 with Jess and, like, how everyone in the villa turned against her, but the public loved her, that kind of made people realize when they enter the villa, like, oh, there's a totally different world outside of this that's watching us.
Yeah. No, it's like no other competition show.
I mean, it's similar to Survivor, but I won't get into...
I guess.
Because Survivor's the same thing.
Inside and the audience has a say. Yeah, I didn't really like Survivor.
I love Survivor.
My friend's dad... Wait, this is crazy.
Was on Survivor?
No.
Oh.
Well, yes. But it's her sperm donor.
Oh, right. In the first season.
Yes.
Yes, we talked about this.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts? Okay. Anyway. She has like 20 siblings. Okay, so Tom comes in first in his bikini from Wales.
I just think he's fake. I like
okay.
everything going down to like the way that he walks in with his shirt just like flowing, his dick out, his tattoos. It's like he went in, he was like, I'm gonna get tattoos everywhere today, and then goes into a tattoo shop and he's like, I don't know, maybe tribal, and then just gets an arm sleeve. Like
tribal seems to be very popular though in England, and sleeves and shit. Like
but
what
I
is
don't
that?
know. Like later on we'll see different people with tattoos that are hot.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, no, I get that it's like,
it's very contrived.
It's
you know,
contrived.
And I'm not a Tom fan.
Okay, I like Tom.
I didn't know this.
Like at least at this point, I think like I don't really remember the season too well, and that's why it's funny watching it back, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't remember this part or remember these two people being together. But I think he's like, he really likes Sophie. Like
he really does like Sophie.
And like, I don't know, I guess he said nothing else that makes me like him, except for that it seems like he likes her, and I like when guys are in love.
Okay.
And I like that he was like, I can see this like in the future.
But it's like kind of sociopathic that he did that.
Because how could he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hello, Bendu.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah, do that, please.
What do you want, chicken broccoli?
Yeah, what do you want?
Where are you ordering from?
Chinese, but the same place we had Christmas last year.
Oh.
Your worst Christmas.
It was my favorite Jew Christmas.
Yeah.
Can we pause so I can look at the menu?
No, we'll just keep rolling.
What's the place called?
Amaze. It's on 56th and 1st. Everyone should order from Amaze. Hey, Bendu.
Do you watch Love Island?
Come here.
Do you like it?
I love Love Island. Love Island's the best show ever. And this podcast is great.
Okay. What were we talking about before we ordered delicious Chineses?
Tom and how much I hate him.
Oh, and how much I think he's okay. Yeah, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so I did like this coupling ceremony a lot. Here's everyone.
First is Sophie and
Sophie's like excited. She's like beaming at him.
Her smile is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just truly the best smile on Love Island that's ever
She's
existed.
so cute.
She's such a cutie.
Cara is like, you look like you'd be painful to cuddle about Tom.
She's right.
And yeah, so I guess Sophie and Malin are the only ones who step out for Tom. This is Malin's first step out.
And
Rejected, number one. Then Nathan from Essex comes in and he makes all the girls laugh, and he's a carpenter and an RF pilot. He's had 10 one-night stands since his ex, which is hilarious to hear as a stat after Tom is just like, yeah, I fucked 200 to 300 girls. And he's like, I've had 10 one-night stands.
He's like bragging about it like he thinks it's like good.
Yeah.
But Nathan's like the Jonathan of this season, so I love him.
Yeah, I feel like Love Island like really has like their type on paper.
Yeah.
Like I think you sent me that meme.
Yeah.
Meme. That's like all of the Love Islanders from like different seasons who look exactly like each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Cara and Nathan are supposed to be like the Jonathan and Hannah.
And I'm so into them. I love them so much.
Yeah. He comes out. She's the only one that steps forward for him, and she goes, "Just me? I'm sorry." And he goes, "No, I love you."
They're so cute. And then when Caroline's like, "Why'd you step forward?" She's like, "Oh, he's a bit of me." And
yeah,
like,
he's a bit of me.
And I'm like,
we're just gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
it's the same guy.
That's what I've always wanted someone to say about me.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit of me.
Yeah,
or she's a bit of me.
It's like Lili. No, like they're gonna have like the best time.
Yeah.
And the best time making other people have the best time. That was my favorite thing about John and Hannah. And so I hope Nathan and Cara can follow suit. Rijkaard comes out. He's so hot.
He's so hot. He's like a Gap model.
That's exactly what Emily said.
Really?
No, she said Abercrombie
from
back in the day.
That's actually really true.
Yeah.
But he's like a model. He'd be standing outside the store and you'd be like, I think I'm going to check out that store.
I was like, I think I'm going to take this bag home and masturbate to it because I don't have the internet yet. And it's got its face on it.
Because I don't know how to clear my search history.
Yeah. One thing he said in his intro, did you notice he was like, if my ex sees me on Love Island, she'll be like, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, I saw him talk about it. I just don't understand why.
Well, that's what I'm wondering because remember, like last season, Jordan's ex like, was angry because they had literally broken up like 2 weeks before the show. So I'm like, what did Rijkaard do?
Yeah, that's very true. And also, Jordan broke up with his ex like over text, being like, "I've had fun."
Didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
What are you saying?
Listen to to season 1. He did. She said that, but he like was like, "No, I broke up with you like several times before, and you just weren't getting it." And then I like did the final thing by text, but like. Yeah,
okay.
I've watched. I really believe him. She came in like a psycho too. She's like, "I'm not here for Jordan." Then she's like, "Jordan."
That's very true.
If you haven't watched season 1 yet, go back. What are you doing?
Season 1 is a great intro season.
Yeah.
Like even if it was season 3, I'd be like, no, this is like a perfect introduction to Love Island. You know?
I know. I do tell some people to start on season 3.
Oh no.
No. Oh, But
why?
No, because some people need to. Because I think season 1 people don't really get.
Yeah, but the Islanders don't get it either. So it's like a great way for everybody to learn. It's a smaller
together.
Villa. Like season 3 is a different villa, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you don't get to see like the growth of the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, go back if you haven't. And going forward, sorry, we're gonna say spoilers from season 1. You fucking idiot. Just kidding. Love you.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. But but yeah, Rijkaard also said something about like he's like, yeah, I'm like always blocking birds and stuff, and I'm like, who? Like
he's a player.
He's a player.
He's a hot dude. I mean, with a great smile, great energy. I would be all
carved
about him. Carved out chest for like he doesn't have a heart for some reason.
But then he does say he's like falling in love is like eating a nice hot chocolate fudge cake.
Oh, that's cute.
Which is a cute thing.
He also seems very like childlike in the way that he's just like, I'm here for fun.
Right. But Cara doesn't even step out for him.
Yeah, because she's married.
She loves
now.
Nathan.
Yeah.
And Caroline's like, why didn't you step out? And she's like, me and Nathan are going to have green-eyed kids.
And Caroline's like, wait, what?
Yeah. I love them already.
I love it. I just... they're such a cute couple.
I'm so happy to see everybody again, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're the best season.
Like, I kept bothering Emily. I was like, we need to start season 2. And eventually she's like, I'm too busy right now. And I was like, all right, well, then I need to start season 2 because I miss them. Like,
no, that's the thing is that I finished, when season 4 finished in August, there was like 4 months of me not watching Love Island.
And it felt cold.
It felt very cold.
Yeah.
I was so lonely. And then I realized I missed my best friends.
I love them so much. It's weird because I've already had, like, obviously, where we interviewed Chris. Hannah has reached out to me on my Instagram.
I
and
can't
it's
even believe it.
Crazy.
To tell you that I screamed is an understatement.
Yeah. It's unreal.
She has green hair now, too.
Mm-hmm. It's like seafoam.
I love it.
And I watch her stories just so I can hear her voice because her face is virtually unrecognizable.
Yeah, I know.
But she's like, I just got this little thing. And I'm like, oh, I missed you. Okay, so now we have Zara. She steps forward for Rijkaard, which I didn't think that he would be her type, and I'm really impressed with her.
I don't. Why are you impressed with her?
Because I was like, oh, I thought she'd be like typical, like white girl wants like Barbie and Ken, like just like Naomi, like stupid basic. And then like I was like, oh, she'd go for somebody who's like not,
who's a 10 out of 10. That's crazy.
I know. I guess I just assumed she was racist.
That's okay,
and
that's okay because a lot of them are.
Do you? Okay, we don't really like talk about it because I think season 1, like, there's only Rachel and Omar.
Yeah.
Who are people of color.
Mm-hmm. And they both had the worst luck.
And they had the worst luck.
And also, I'm a brown girl, so...
Yes, Lily's brown.
I notice this stuff a little bit different.
Can't see her, but I can.
You can't see me, but trust me, it's there.
It's there.
No, but when you're brown and you watch something like this, you can't help but be like, okay, if I was on Love Island...
It would be impossible.
It would be different. Yeah. You know? And there are 2 people right now, Rijkaard and Malin, who are brown.
Yeah.
So
and gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Objectively.
Of course. Everyone on Love Island is hot. But I just noticed, because I've watched all the seasons, is like if you're brown or black, you have a little bit of a harder time. Yeah. Even if you're the hottest.
No, but nobody wants to say it either. Like,
yeah, of course.
They're very beat around the bushy about it. And I think what was difficult about Rachel and Omar season 1 that I was like, I can't tell if they're being racist or just do Rachel and Omar suck.
Yeah.
Because Omar does suck. And Rachel is boring.
Yeah, but so was Chris. Chris was also boring.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
There were other people that sucked. But because it just feels like if you are a person of color on the show, that's already one tick, you know? And if you are boring, that's another tick.
Yeah.
So it's even like comparing it to Survivor, there would be like colored people and the white people would be like, oh, I don't know why, I just don't trust them. And it's like, because you're racist.
You have inherent racism.
Yeah. And it's like England is a little bit more white. I mean, it's a very white country.
I always thought that they were less racist than America because they had slavery abolished way earlier. And at least when I went to England early on, there were a lot more interracial couples than I had known here.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, apparently there's like a massive...
The thing is that I lived in London for 6 months, and there are a lot of brown people like India and Sri Lanka and all this, but there's not that many black people. And London is kind of like the mecca of different colors in England. Yeah. Because as soon as I went a little bit more north, like Oxford, or I went to Ireland, it's like very white.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it is something we have to look out for. And it was something that I noted. I know Caroline is a good person, but she did say something at the end of the coupling ceremony, because Rijkaard and Malin end up together.
Yeah.
They're the subs. They're the ones who are out.
Yeah.
And Caroline goes, you guys look great together. You guys wanted each other anyway. I see that.
Yeah. And that's her being like, you belong together.
Right.
Yeah. And Malin and her just like not wanting to be with Rijkaard is her like internalized racism, I think.
Oh, well, I completely identify with that. I have an entire episode of my other podcast, How Come, where I talk about Judaism and how it affected me. I had 100%, I was like a self-hating Jew kind of. And I would always go for like really, really Christian, or like at least like they had a Roman numeral at the end of their name, because I'd be like, ooh, I can get this guy even though I'm a lowly Jew.
I have the same problem.
It's not good.
And it's because you're so ashamed because people have said it to you growing up your whole life, like, oh, you're Jewish, or you're this, or you're that. Yeah. So then you're like, okay, I'm trying not to be that. I want to get like away from this. Right. Because you don't want to identify as just that.
Right. Yeah.
So I think with Malin too, it was like, she's been told she was brown, she's mixed. So she was like, I'm not going to go for a mixed guy because I'm mixed.
She was the most conscientious of racism, though. In her opener, she was like imitating her mom. Yeah. And her accent. And she goes, can I say that? Is that racist? I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can say...
You can mimic your mom.
What your mom sounds like. Yeah.
But because people have been racist towards you.
Right.
You're like,
she doesn't want to perpetuate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so insane. Okay, yeah, so back to coupling. But I'm glad we're talking about racism because it's always something that I'm like,
It's hard because you don't want to like hurt, you don't want to insult people or like talk about something that like someone else is a little bit more educated on. But at the end of the day, when you're watching something like this, it's hard not to notice when like all the brown people are having trouble finding love.
It's like, I try not to make connections, but I always do with Bachelor in Paradise or the Bachelor franchise. Yeah. Like, there's always like 5 black people, like when there's like 30 white people. Yeah. And they always keep around like, or people of color, but mostly like they'll have like 3 black guys that they keep into like the final 10 just to say that they're not racist. And like,
but they are. And like the fact that it's like affirmative action where they're just like, well, we have to.
We have to. Yeah. So and they don't even care about
it would be a black show.
Right.
You know, and it's just, and I had a friend, because I've been like on the dating app, sorry to like veer into this way, but I had a friend like talk to me, and so I had 2, they're comics, Molly Austin and Sydney Washington talking to me about dating. Yeah. And Molly's like, oh, we'll just do this, this, and this. And then Sydney's like, well, you also have to realize that Lily's a brown girl. And she's not going to have such an easy time with this like you've had because you're a white girl and everyone's going to want to go on a date with you.
Just because they've been told that white is covetable.
Exactly.
Like there was a study done that I saw. It is so sad, and they showed little girls of the same age, a white doll and a black doll, and the little girls, even the black ones, who were like the white one's prettier. The white one's better. The white one's a good one. Like just because of how they've been socialized. Like it's just,
That happened to me with American Girl dolls because do you remember Abby? Addie.
You don't remember her.
Because I was told not to.
I had Addie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like I had a lot of white friends because I went to a private school in Canada and everyone was just like, oh, don't get Addie, get Samantha, you know?
Yeah.
Get Kirsten.
Yeah.
And it was just
Addie
like,
also is the only one who wasn't given a birthday.
I didn't know that.
She was a slave.
That's
that's her storyline. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they might have given her one since because there was like uproar, but yeah. Shout out to the American Girl franchise
for being racist.
Yeah. Do you remember Bitty Babies?
No.
It was like the little baby American Girl series or whatever.
Oh yes, now I remember.
There was a girl at my school named Sophie. Shout out Sophie, and she had she was like half Asian, and she had a little Asian bitty baby, and I was like, that's the cutest bitty baby I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so I got that one, and everybody was like, that's so strange that like you have like a little Asian baby, and I was like, is it?
Yeah.
But
I just remember in school, I can't believe we're just going into this reason.
Yeah. Episode 1.
Racism. But
well, it's important. We really didn't talk about it last season because Emily and I are both white girls, and like
it's hard.
It's hard
because you want to talk about it, but you can't because you don't want to like be insensitive to something. But I just remember growing up, and like a lot of my friends were white at this school, and we would have our arms out, and they were like, "Wow, Lili, you're so much darker than the rest of us." And I was like, "Oh my god, I like never noticed." And that was like my first thing of like, "Oh, I'm different than you guys, and that's why I don't like to eat pasta with just plain butter," or you know. And that was just like the start of like realizing
that's why I don't like pasta with plain butter.
Yeah,
jeez, I love pasta with. Oh, I'm white.
Yeah, like that's so disgusting to me. And I thought I was like, oh wow, I'm so gross that I don't like to just eat this plain white bread. I like need to have seasoning and
Are you calling me? Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
And we're going to pause that racism talk
to get some Chinese food. Lili and I had Lily's worst Christmas at the Chinese restaurant.
It was my best Jewish Christmas.
I actually have never gotten Chinese food, though, on New Year's. It was just like
New Year's?
Was open. And, oh, no, Christmas. Sorry. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we'll be right back. We haven't talked about anybody because we've been talking about racism. All right, wait. Back to the coupling ceremony.
Who comes in first, Javi or Scott?
Javi.
So you love Javi.
I love Javi. I think he is like a dream. I think I want to fuck him, and his face is great, and
I think him and Olivia are great.
Me too. And they both like got the click. She's like, it's got the click. And like, she was so excited to see him. And I was excited to like, I love that. And then, but he does have a massive tongue, which was kind of
that was weird.
Not my fave. Malin steps forward for him.
Gets rejected.
Olivia steps forward for him. Yeah. Malin gets rejected.
I mean, Olivia's just the hottest person.
Olivia is really hot. Fine. And they have their banter, like you can tell they have chemistry. Then Scott comes out and Malin is like, yes, finally. Even though she's stepped out every time. She's like,
she stepped out twice already.
This is the one.
And Zara also steps out, and her reason is because they instantly click, aka stealing exactly
Olivia's
what Olivia
line.
said.
Yeah, I never know. You were like, Zara's just trying to be Olivia, like who Olivia actually is.
Zara's trying to be what Olivia naturally is.
Right.
And like, it's so forced and uncomfortable. Like every time Zara comes on the screen, I'm just like uncomfortable.
I haven't seen that from her yet. I think she's like an excited little. I don't know. Okay. Well,
imagine if she's
wait, what
the
do
one
you
that
think of
listens.
Scott in his intro?
I love Scott.
Yeah.
I love Scott from the beginning. I think he's like a cool, hot dude.
Scottish club promoter.
Yeah. Oh, but he's in his intro, like acting like he's famous, being like, I want a girl to like me just for me and not for the VIP wristbands I can get her. And it's
Yeah.
truly no one gives a shit.
He makes me think, because he's a club promoter and because I know what I know about Chris now, that he's going to be very boring.
Yeah.
Like,
He does come off a little boring, but I think he is more fun than we give him credit for.
Yeah, but everybody's instantly like into him. He's apparently their definition of tall, dark, and handsome.
Which is crazy.
Which is
'cause dark
crazy.
should mean
Dark should mean dark. Yeah, like
not dark hair.
like tall, brunette, and handsome. Like,
but he also looks like he should be short.
he's skinny for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 6 foot or
Yeah.
something like that.
Sophie, Malin, Zara all step forward for Scott. He's 100% their types.
Tom gets pissed off that Sophie stepped forward.
I'm pissed off at Zara. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Rijkaard is verifiably hotter than Scott, I think.
Yeah, but I think Scott has like the cool factor.
Yeah, and because she's like young, she wants to like be with the coolest guy in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing with Sophie that I didn't understand was like, as soon as Tom was there, she was like, oh, he's my type, I love him. And then Scott comes in and she was like, oh, no,
that's my type.
that's my type. And then later goes, oh, I'm not attracted to him.
But it could be she got to know his personality like in the next few hours and was like, he's more of like a little brother to me.
Yeah, I could see
like
that.
Zoe Lewis, like they were matched, and then they were like, no.
Yeah. Zoe and pretty much everybody.
Oh, Lewis. He is one of the ones who actually isn't white. That was on season 1. And he did really well.
Yeah. I don't know if he's not white.
I know he's adopted. And
because the thing is that they're all so tan.
Right.
And like even like
but him and Callie got a black baby doll, remember? Jamal.
Oh, I think
like
that
a
was
very
just
dark baby, and they were like, is this our baby? I guess. Like,
but Callie and Lewis's baby in real life is very white. She just has dark hair.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Lewis is very tan. But you know how like Erica Spera is tan, but she's actually white?
Yes.
It could be like kind of that.
Yeah,
situation.
but why would the producers give them a black baby then?
Because the producers are fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the producers are a bit fucked up. Okay, so then Rijkaard, except for Caroline Flack, who's a wonderful person, and Ian Sterling, who is a great feminist.
Oh, I love Ian Sterling so much.
Rijkaard's the only one on the subs bench now, and now he's coupled with Malin, and he's like stoked because she's hot. Caroline says that thing I didn't like,
but Malin's like not impressed.
And Malin's like,
she's like, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Sure.
Yeah.
She said something really funny where she was like, it was later in the show, but she goes, no, I love Rijkaard. I'm really happy with mine. Like, I'm going to be loyal to him. But I'm, like, very attracted to Scott. But I would never, ever do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Well, I think also she might not do anything because Zara's become so possessive already. And like, or not
They're
possessive,
so
just like excited.
Yeah.
Just excited.
But they are very, like, the girls talk about their guys like little puppies.
Yeah. They're like, what do you think of your one? Are you happy with
mine's
yours?
a little shy, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like, what? Are these children at a preschool?
Yeah. Then Daniel comes in. He's like the bombshell or whatever. He's tall, dark, and handsome. I hate him immediately.
Guys with beads like that should not be trusted.
I agree. Also, just what he says in his intro. And I know people are different from their intros, but he's like, I'm single because I choose to be.
It's like, no, because you suck.
It's because you suck. And like, also like, I just don't understand people who are like, I love being single. And now I'm on this dating show.
Yeah.
Like,
he's the kind of guy that like looks in the mirror, flexes his pecs, and winks at himself, you know?
Yeah. Also, he's racist.
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
How do you know it?
Because when they had everyone standing there or whatever, and Malin like gave like her little giggle, like she was like definitely interested.
Yeah.
And then he said this, he goes, because none of you have stepped forward means I'm interested in all of you. Giving her the go ahead. Listen, it's okay. Step forward.
Yeah.
You can admit to yourself that you like me because I like you too.
Yeah.
You know, she was the only one making eye contact. You can look back at it. Nobody like Olivia was into Javi.
Yeah.
Even though he said, he's like, you gave me a smile. No, she didn't. And so Malin steps forward, and Daniel's saying how, he doesn't want to be a homewrecker. And he doesn't, so why don't you try it on with Malin then?
Yeah.
If you really don't want to like fuck shit up and you're really actually interested in everything, why wouldn't you go with the path of least resistance at the beginning? And he said something, I think it was to Olivia, but oh no, it was Javi, because Javi brings it up. He's like, why didn't he just go for Malin? It's like, makes no sense. And Daniel's like, I thought the way that she stepped forward was promiscuous. So now he's slut shaming her.
After he was like, come, it's okay. Feel safe with me. Yeah.
Hate that.
Oh, I hate him. He is also, I think it was in his intro, but he was like, when I have a girl, that's my fish.
That's my fish.
And then it's like,
you don't touch my fish.
Yeah, you don't touch my fish. That's a crazy analogy to try and make. Like, you want to keep a girl in a tank in your house, but not take her out. Like, you want to tap on the glass for 5 minutes and then go do your own thing. Like, that's a crazy thing to say about a woman, a living, breathing human being.
Yeah, I was also thinking of it as like, that's my catch. Like, I got her, and now like...
And now I got her, and now she's locked in my house.
And now she's locked away. And I also don't like fish for like, I don't like when guys say that girls' vaginas smell like fish. Anyway.
I just don't like fishes for any kind of analogy.
But apparently, well, a fish is really good in drag world. Like, fish is like hot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I don't know if they're using in the same. We'll do vocab. Oh, yeah, you guys. You know we're going to do vocab still. We'll do it at the end of the episode. All right. So... Daniel unfairly steals Olivia, and I'm depressed, and my heart is broken. And Javi's standing there, and Caroline goes, has this ever happened to you in your life? And he's like, no. Cutie.
Malin comes off as like very stuck up to me. The way that she's like quantifies people. Like with Olivia, she was like, oh, we just clicked. With Cara, she was like, oh, he's a bit of me. But with Malin, she was like, oh, I like this about him, I like his arms, I like the way his height, like she's I
wonder what her sign is.
Oh, we gotta do their signs. But like Rykard, when he gets paired up with Malin, he's like, oh, this is the girl I wanted to be with. And instead of Malin being excited, she was just like, aw, like poor puppy, I'm not gonna pay you any attention.
Also she was going through like some mental shit there, like she is a hot fucking girl.
She's super hot.
And to come in and be pied 4 times, like she said it, she was like, it was like a reality check, just being like, Malin, you're actually not attractive, like take it down a notch or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, please don't feel like that.
Don't feel like that, but also check your ego a little bit, because But
she put herself out there every time.
Yeah, and I know, but like, you're not really putting yourself out there when you're just stepping forward.
I think it is. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I would step forward for every single guy.
I wouldn't. Oh my God. Even in my Love Island game, I like look down at the floor when... Anyway.
That's so funny.
Then Scott and Zara are talking, her nips hanging out, which I was like, is Miss Great Britain allowed to have your nips hanging out? I don't know. I don't care if you have your nips hanging out. I just was thinking about like, if it's like Miss USA, I think people get like their shit taken away, your titles taken away. Sometimes.
Yeah, she tries to come off as like a very classy girl, and then she's like behaving in a different way.
That thing away. Let's take classy away, and she tries to make it prude, because prude is supposedly classy.
Yeah.
You know, like... She's just trying to be the archetype of what she thinks she should be, but she actually isn't.
The thing is I wish she could be like, hey, I'm 20 and I just want to have fun. Because that's what she is, and that's fine. But it's like, I'm Miss Great Britain and I'm supposed to be like this, and then being like, yeah, I want to fuck right away.
Yeah, but also in her intro, she's like, I'm a bit of a flirt, I'm a bit of a schemer or whatever. It's like, no, you fall in love fast. Like, you just want to hook up. Yeah.
You're type A trying to be type B.
Yeah. Yeah, like you want to wear a Bob Marley suit, like like Olivia.
Yeah,
Olivia's clothing, I'd never realized, is so discombobulated.
Yeah, because she doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she's
but
like,
literally
whatever.
The night one outfit, like that silver top, is like so hot, and then under it, she's got like this weird floral like bralette, and I was like, sick. Like you just rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
I love that for her.
I just love how it's just like her hair's in a mess and she's just like whatever, and she looks so hot.
Yeah.
But with Zara, it's like she would be sitting there trying to have a messy bun, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of just like having a messy bun.
Right. I liked Cara and Nathan's first like one-on-one When she told him about like what she does, and she's like, I'm a fire breather and I used to be like a cam girl or whatever, which I completely missed the first time I watched the season. I was like, I didn't know she used to do like porn.
I remember her being a Playboy bunny. That's about it.
But she wasn't a bunny.
She was in Playboy, but she wasn't. And then he goes, oh, Playboy
she's
bunny.
in Vibes Nation.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a porn site or whatever.
I love Cara. I think she's my favorite.
Yeah, and Nathan too, the way he responds to it is like, oh, so you're like a game girl, like you're a good time or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like not judgmental at all, like just like
he knows he's lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. I also like Nathan's worried about Javi. He's like, I hope he doesn't go home.
Yeah. I think I really appreciate...
Oh, no. Nathan's worried about Javi stealing Cara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Cara likes funny guys, and, like, Nathan and Javi are the funniest.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like when, like, I think it was Sophie who was just like, oh, I don't want him to go home because he's so fun.
Yeah, she was like,
and I love
so
that.
great.
I love when they're just like, I want people who are going to have fun because we're going to be here for 6 weeks.
Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was like, he's good energy. Like, he'll put positive vibes into everybody.
Yeah, and not in, like, a threatening way, like, I want to fuck him.
No.
Just, like, let's all have fun.
No. Then, this is my second thing I hate about Daniel. He's telling all the guys, he's like, you want to hear something she said to impress me? And they're like, yeah. And he goes, I said to her, you're not selling yourself to me. And she goes, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
She didn't say that to impress you.
Yeah, she was trying to get you to stop.
She genuinely isn't that interested. Like, she's interested because he is a hulking man. Like, I'm sure it's easy for us to see him on the screen and be like, oh, he's annoying. His face is annoying. But when you're around, like, a tall, like, hot guy, like, you're probably like, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
But you can tell she's not into him. And also, like, he's just so cocky.
He's so cocky.
And he's got a hairy ass.
He's got a hairy ass, wears beads, thinks he's God's gift to the world. He'd be the kind of guy to, like, fart in yoga class and think that, like...
Everybody wants to suck it up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're not good enough back there.
He'd touch you too much in yoga
and I don't
class.
care about hairy asses. I just care that he's, like, flaunting his. Like, everybody else, like, is relatively, like, demure in the
I feel like he's
in the showers, and he's got his ass facing towards the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have Sophie talking to Tom about, she's like, I like dark eyes, and he's like, I don't have them, and she's like, no, you haven't.
I like how honest Sophie is.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah.
Sophie also said she thinks Tom is mature for understanding that it's a game and that she stepped forward with Scott. There's that cute little part where the boys swim over and the girls sing to them, and they're singing one of those songs that I don't know. You know, they always sing. They're like, oh, touch your body, baby. Get your body. I'm like, what are you singing?
The music in England is very different.
Yeah. And then Rijkaard says to Malin, he's like, I don't mind working hard for a girl that I like.
Yeah. And she's just like, oh, okay.
She's like, oh, okay.
I'm going to pie you off so soon.
How they did get Bieber, though. They got Sorry. They played Sorry, just without the lyrics.
Yeah, they play really good music.
Yeah. It's just the ones that they sing that we're like, what are you?
I mean, I remember in season 1 they were playing like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They were playing all the good stuff.
Did you notice that Olivia and Daniel spooned the first night?
I mean, I think everybody was spooning.
Really?
I don't think anybody...
It's like you just want to be touching somebody in that environment, kind of.
Yeah, everyone's so hot, and of course you're horny, and you can't bring your vibrator. Like, of course you're going to be spooning.
Legit. Then Malin takes Javi aside to set up the graft.
Yeah, okay. Malin being like, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm really good at this. And then going, hey, she likes you. It's like, well, you're not actually good at it. You're just saying the thing.
But that's what he needed to hear.
I know, but
You hate her. I love her.
I don't hate her. I think her ego needs to be checked a little.
Okay. I mean, the mission worked.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Daniel...
They got to talk, but then Daniel was so
I hated that conversation between Daniel and Javi, and Daniel just trying to flex, being like,
no, but before that, Daniel and Olivia, when he like pulls her into bed.
Oh, come here. And she's there, and he goes, come here.
And like keeps like trying to cuddle her closer.
And she looks miserable.
She looks miserable.
And so sad. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And he's just like trying to put her head on his chest, and she just doesn't want it. And it's like,
it's so uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
And
to
I wish
watch.
in that moment she'd kind of just be like, listen, like, I'm not feeling this, but I think she's equating feeling uncomfortable with the situation, not the fact that it's him.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at her when she's talking to Javi about the mission, she's like, yeah, I just like you and I'm having fun with you or whatever.
Yeah.
And I really like talk more or whatever. And with Daniel, it's like, this is so hard. This is so weird. I don't like this. I don't want like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then Daniel says to Javi, he's like, if she's to choose me, he even said it to Olivia, if you're to choose me and he still goes for you, then I'll have a talk.
But then he goes and
has the talk first.
Because he's flexing. He's a peacocking kind of guy. He thinks he's God's gift. And like, he's like, oh, I'm with Olivia now. It's like, yeah, but it wasn't her choice and she never stepped forward. So I don't know why you think that like she only has eyes for you.
Yeah.
This is the first day and you're acting like this. Like, if I was dating someone like Daniel, I would feel trapped.
Me too. You know? I already feel trapped and I'm not even with him. I'm like, get him off this show.
Him and Zara should be together.
Yeah.
Because they're both that possessive, crazy type.
Yeah. But I also think we'll see. We'll see. I don't remember. We'll see. Okay, so yeah. Then we've got 2 new people coming in.
Oh, so excited.
We were posed with 4, but I think we know which 2 are coming in.
It's the hot ones.
Yeah.
It's the ones where you're like, is that a real person? Those are the people that are going to come.
Ew, why is his mole there?
Yeah. Why did he just tell everybody that he's average?
Yeah, he said, I'm not your average guy.
Oh.
And I immediately was like, yes, you are.
You're so average.
I can't wait for the next one. But first, vocab. The first thing, Mega's 4th on my list.
Oh, okay. We'll go with yours.
The first thing I have is get my wheels in. Nathan was like, I'm really excited to get my wheels in.
Oh, I think he's just like, I get my... like get your claws in sort of thing. No, I don't. You Google it.
Oh, wheel. Trying to or the act of picking up a girl.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So then the second one I had was a surveyor, which is just a job. Somebody's a surveyor walking around measuring shit. I think they have that in America too.
Yeah.
Then my fish. Daniel says my fish. His catch, but this one is, I think this one comes from drag, but fish, an acronym for fit, intelligent, sexy, hot.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm like, okay, relating it to the animal.
Yeah.
We got
fit, intelligent, sexy, hot. It's like quite good.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I want to be a fish now.
Right? Mega.
A term specifically used by a small select group in the northwest of England to describe when something or indeed someone is really good, amazing, and or wonderful.
Yeah, Zara thinks that the villa is mega. And Malin is mega.
Yeah.
A game girl. I don't know if that actually means anything. I think he just means like you're down for everything.
You're down, yeah.
Kipping with, sleeping with.
Okay.
Slogging his face off, making out,
yeah.
I've always heard snogging.
Yeah, same.
Not slogging. I think slogging is a little sloppier, maybe. At one point, Sophie says to Tom, "Cut me up."
Oh.
But she doesn't really say it in any...
Cut me up.
My boyfriend told me chop me up was slang when he was growing up for give me head.
Cut up is acting bad or disruptive.
Oh. Okay.
Act bad towards me, cut me up.
Cut me up.
I wish I had better slang in
I
just
know.
my vocab.
I know. I think we should add it in.
Yeah.
But then we'll just end up saying shit and people will be like, what?
Yeah. Then we'll sound kind of crazy.
Fake bake.
Fake tan?
Yep. Cool. Nathan was like, I put on some fake bake before this. Don't tell anyone. I think you're class.
Classy.
Like a class act.
Ah,
Like
okay.
I think you're like a good person. And chirpy.
Talk a lot.
Yeah,
Sure.
but I think it's more like bantery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love banter. Just,
Cheerful and lively.
okay.
He's more chirpy. That's what Olivia was saying about Javi.
Yeah. That's a good description of him.
God, I hope they end up together.
They're cute.
They're cute.
They're cute. I just want Daniel out.
I know. Get out. All right. We'll see you next episode.
Can't wait.
Bye.
Hey guys, we know we really love Island, but do you? If you really love We Really Love Island, let us know.
Leave a rating and review and tell everybody you know to subscribe too.
You can find us anywhere podcasts are found. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, all of them, hopefully. If they don't work, message us. You can find us on Instagram at We Really Love Island, or follow us individually at Lili Michelle
And at Remy Casimir. You can also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/We Really Love Island.
Follow us on Twitter at We Really Love Island.
Send us your thoughts and your prayers, and if you know any of the contestants,
Send them our way.
yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And always remember that we're not affiliated with Love Island, ITV, CBS, or anything. We're not official anything. We're just two comedian girls. Thank you. Goodbye.